Happy Tuesday.
Ooh, to Tuesday. I like that.
I mixed it up a bit.
Yeah, to Tues. My name's Nick.
My name is Alan.
And welcome into the dungeon. We find ourselves this week not too far from Adabra's windmill at Umbridge Hill, where Shrew had gone off in search of Zurtas, and he had just heard some footsteps and some hushed voices which he had recognised as Fabian and Fenner, as he had spent the last 40 minutes curled up on a ball on the grass floor, sobbing. So what's Shrew doing?
He's still not really reacting. He's just laying there. Sobbing has stopped, but he's laying there. He's laying there motionless.
At this point, you're hearing the voices get a little louder. He must be near. Look at all these branches and leaves are scattered all over the floor. I think he's close. Oh, I hope he's all right, Fabian. This looks like there's been a fight here, or I don't know. Wait. I see something there on the floor. Shrew? Shrew? Is that you?
It's me.
Oh, thank God. Fen, are you alright?
Not really, no.
Oh, what happened, Shrew? Why is your staff broken? Why does it look like there's been a battle here?
It's okay, I'm physically fine, I haven't been hurt. But I'm not doing well. These past few days have taken their toll on me, and I'm a bit lost. I don't know what I'm doing anymore, and I feel this is a fool's errand, and I don't want to get the people I've grown to love the most killed because of me.
Well, you have been acting a little odd. I mean, to risk your life coming out here on your own. Did you find Zultas?
Yes, but he didn't take me seriously. No one does. And...
Well, we do.
Yeah, and that's what I fear. That you take me seriously, and I'm not to be taken seriously. Again, I'm trying to kill a dragon, and I can't protect people from mere rats.
Well, as far as we know, we killed them all.
Not soon enough, we didn't. And now what? We're going to lead a whole city to an abandoned fortress that God knows what lies in there and what terrors might attack us. And what? They die? And we are left here to carry that burden for the rest of our lives? I don't know. I just want to walk away and quit. I think I've had enough. Let other people deal with this menace. I think I've had enough.
Oh, that's where we're going to end the campaign. Their deaths weren't your fault, Shrew. They could have chosen not to leave. And we've done some good together. And knowing now that there's a dragon out here, having only just discovered my people in Nomengard, I can't let them, leave them to the horrors that might await. You just need a good night's rest, and let's go find Sister Garelle, cure ourselves of this forsaken curse, and then there's no need to send everybody to Axholm. Not if we clear it out first. I mean, it can't be worse than that strange, ghostly being that protected the sword where we were entombed. And we managed to get out of that alive, and we fought ogres and orcs and all sorts of things. As long as we make sure Axholm is safe, then we're not sending people to their deaths. And as you said, that choice is for Harbin to make as the town master. All we have to do is make sure it is safe. And then we'll stand by you as you fight the dragon.
Look at me, Fenna. Do you really think I stand a chance against the dragon?
I think together we can.
I thought the same some days ago, but I'm afraid reality has hit me hard in the face. And I'm aware now that this isn't a fantasy, this isn't a game that we're playing. This is real. You saw what that dragon did to that army just outside of Funneling. You saw what the dragon did to the orcs just up the mountain.
With all due respect, we're not orcs. Nor are we those pathetic gods.
We are a halfling, a gnome, and a human. A human that was a god.
We are shrew shrubberies. And we walk with the Guillaume, whatever that was, but that is a shrew we need back. A confident shrew.
I think that shrew died with Don John.
Then a new shrew must be born. One stronger and sure of himself. Doubting ourselves at this point will arguably lead to more deaths, not fewer. Fenna makes sense. Let's search out Sister Garelle. Let's cure you both of this curse. And then let's go to Axholm. Let's make sure that everything's safe. And then there's only one place to go. Up that mountain. And let's face off with that dragon once and for all. If we die, then at least we died in honor and standing up to this menace. You're a druid, you said. You're here to protect the wilds. Specifically, come here to find out what had happened. Is that what you're going to do? Go back now to your master and say you haven't done it, that you failed? We've come so far. Why don't we get you back to Adabra's? Get a good night's rest. We can sleep easy.
I turn into a shrew without saying anything and run up Fenna's leg and up her back onto her shoulder and just stay there.
There, shrew. She sort of pets the top of your head. I think we should make our way back to Adabra's, Ian. Yes, I agree. So after about an hour, Shrew Shrubberies are now back at the windmill at Umbridge Hill. So it's about 1 in the morning now. You guys knock on Adabra's door. Oh, hello there. Oh, but what a sight. Did you find Shrew? Oh yes, he's here. And you see Fenna sort of point to her shoulder. I take it you guys will be staying the night then? It's a little late to be heading off down to Fandolin. Or a little early, depending on how you look at it. Come, I'll grab you some blankets and you make yourselves comfortable. Rest as long as you need. And Adabra goes off to get those blankets and pillows, and she makes a couple of makeshift beds for you guys. Make sure the fire's up and roaring, keeping you guys warm. Let's take some rest. Come, Shrew. And Fenna sort of delicately picks you up off her shoulder, tucks into her blankets, and she curls up with you under the blankets.
I lie there and wait for Fenna to fall asleep. And when she does, I shimmy out of the bed. Is everyone asleep? I see everyone.
You don't see Adabra. Adabra will be in her room. You see Fabian asleep, and Fenna's asleep as well. Although her breathing is quite fast at this point.
Alright, I change back to Shrew. Quietly glance around the room. Do I see Fabian's weapons?
You do, yes.
Okay, but it's alright. I remember I have a dagger.
Was it Vincent's hunting knife?
Yeah, I think I kept it.
Yeah, I think you offered it back to him, and he insisted you keep it.
I touch the dagger as I've remembered that I still carry it. And I walk out of the room. I want to quietly search the house.
What is it you're looking for?
I'm searching for a mirror.
Okay. I take it you're doing this quietly?
Yes, I don't want to disturb anyone.
Okay, so roll for stealth with advantage because you're using your boots of Elvenkind.
I'm using Big Boy today again.
He's still not in the naughty corner?
He was for a while, but I decided to pardon him. Let's see how it goes. This is a blind roll, just as a reminder.
Okay, you may want to punish Big Boy again. I won't tell you what the scores were, but it was certainly lower than the other dice. And give me an investigation check as well.
Big Boy has returned the favor. I didn't listen to you and I trusted him. He's just rolled a 19.
So at this moment in time, you're on that ground floor of the windmill. where Dabra makes all her potions and where you've always met her. You very quietly start searching for the room. In this first room, all you find are materials and tools associated with her craft. You start making your way up to the next floor of this windmill, very quietly. No thanks to Big Boy, which was a 2, by the way. You're now at the top of the stairs on this second floor. You can see that the stairs continue to wrap around the inside, leading up to a third floor. And on this second floor, you see what appears to be like a small study with a door leading into a bedroom that's been left ajar. And you're hearing this loud snoring coming from within it.
Do I know who's in the room?
As far as you'd be aware, it would be a Dabra. Your companions are below, including Bernie. Still hasn't woken up, by the way. And Adabra's never said that she lives with anybody else.
Yeah, I assume it's a Dabra. I'm gonna respect her privacy and just carry on going up.
So you quietly ascend the next flight of stairs. You find yourself now at the top of this windmill. You're standing in what appears to be a storage room. You're seeing that there's a number of crates and boxes, some bits of old furniture, a couple of things sort of covered up with some sheets. You're walking around looking for this mirror. And you see what appears to be perhaps like a painting on the wall that's been covered up. And as you pull down the sheet, you see this elegantly carved old wooden mirror, thick with dust. You can just catch a glimpse through that thick layer of dust of your curly hair. Looks a little blurry, but you found what you were looking for.
As I look into the mirror, I catch a tear flowing down my cheek and brush it off with my thumb. I raise my hand up to my red curls, noticing that they're a bit dirty and starting to lock, and I kind of brush them with my open fingers. And as I do so, I grab my dagger, raise it up to my neck, and then a bit further I pull up my hair and start cutting at it with the blade of the dagger, as close to the scalp as I can, and I do so until all my red locks are lying there on the floor. I then pull up my moustache. I put the dagger close, but I can't do it. The moustache stays. The moustache stays. I look myself in the mirror and say to myself, Fabian and Finna are alright. We need the shrew, the confident shrew, not the shrew that's afraid to make a mistake. Doubting ourselves is what is going to get us killed. The dragon must die, and it is not much. But this new shrew will make sure that he is taken seriously, as long as I can save those who trust in me. I shall be satisfied. I am Shrew of Shrew Shrubbery, El Kiro Mas brother, hero of handling, speaker to animals, and uniter of the racers against the dragon of Icespire Peak. And my name will go down in history. I take my leather armor off, the one I bought from that shop, cast it to one side. I rip my shirt open and let those chains show that I am El Kijoma's brother. With that, I turn around and walk back down to the room I was in before and go to bed. But I want to try and wake up as early as I can. So I just want to sleep for 6 hours and wake up.
So after a little while of laying down in your makeshift bed, staring at the ceiling, lost in your thoughts and trying as hard as you can to go to sleep, your eyes slowly become heavy as you feel the welcome embrace of sleep. Your breathing starts to get heavier and heavier, and then suddenly in your ears you hear this ringing and your eyes open. You find yourself walking through the Mere of Dead Men, admiring the beauty of nature. You feel almost as if you're walking towards the place where you first met Cinemas. You look around, but everything's almost enshrouded in a mist. Above you the clouds start opening slowly. You catch a glimpse of the full moon in all its beauty. and you start to feel this strange sensation in your body. You catch yourself looking down at your hands, and you see them transforming into these sharp claws. You see your nose now elongating into a snout that you can see beyond your eyes. And as you're looking around you, you notice that your body is sprouting fur. You feel a sense of panic and disorientation as you feel that you've also grown in size and stature. Your senses are heightened. You can hear even the smallest rustles now in the leaves of the trees. Your sense of smell is heightened as when you've turned into a wolf. Now you can't help but feel exhilarated by this newfound power. But slowly you start to feel that you're losing control of your actions. You feel this overwhelming urge to hunt, to scavenge. This desire to be a part of a pack. You feel your mind turning to more and more evil thoughts. You now find yourself at that very tree where you had met Cinemus.
What have you become, Shrew? I sense an evil deep within you. This is not your destiny. Protect the wilderness and banish the abominations and the monstrosities from nature. This is not who you are meant to be. But this curse, I cannot help you from here. You must seek out some help before the balance is thrown out of order.
You hear this ringing in your ears as everything fades away to black. Your eyes suddenly open. You're laying in your bed in a cold sweat, but you can see the faint glow of the morning sun starting to peer in through the windows. You look around and you see that you are the first one of your friends to wake up.
I quickly tap down my body and look at my hands to see if I have claws, check if I have fur.
No, there's nothing there.
Good. What? It was just a dream. And I get up, scratch my head, and kind of remember as I do so that yesterday I shaved all my hair off. And go about the morning. I exit the door, check on William.
Yeah, he's still there. He cocks his head to the side, almost in shock to see your new appearance.
Good boy, William. I hope you had a good night. I'm just checking up on you. I give him some food, some oats, whatever Adabra has laying around. Give him some water. Get back inside. Make myself at home pretty much. Go to the kitchen. Start looking for some sausages.
Yeah, you find some?
Start frying them up in some butter.
Oh, that smells good. Adabra? Oh, who's there? You hear whooshing, the unsheathing of a blade. Turn around slowly.
I put my arms up and start turning around. It's me, Fabian. I'm just preparing us some breakfast.
What the fuck have you done, Shrew?
Oh, nothing.
What? Is this part of your curse?
No. I just took your advice to heart.
I don't recall telling you to shave your head off.
A new shrew is born. The old one died with Donjon, and this morning a new one has been born. We will take care of the dragon, and we will be the heroes of Phandalin. No, the heroes of the Sword Coast.
I like this new confidence.
Yes, our names will be etched in history forever.
Oh, what ruckus are you boys making? Oh, Shrew! What have you done?
Nothing.
You see her panicking, sort of tapping her hair as well.
It's nothing to do with the curse.
Oh, thank God.
It's all good.
What happened to your hair?
Just a new style. Trying something different. Sit down. I've prepared some sausages. Let's have a hearty breakfast and let's get moving.
Oh, yeah. Where the fuck am I? Oh.
Bernie.
Who are you?
I am Shrew. We were tasked to save you and help you with your troubles at the mine.
Oh, those damn were-rats. Oh.
You, like me and Fenna, have been cursed. You have been bitten by a were-rat, and thus you yourself are now turning into one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But fear not.
I knew we should have left the damn mines.
We are here to find help.
Where's the others?
Unfortunately, they have all died.
All of them?
Yes, I am sorry.
Oh, and, where are we?
We are at a friend's house. We came to heal you, to get you better, and I'm glad to see that it's worked. You are now awake at least. You have been out cold for at least a day.
I don't remember much. The last I remember was being buckled down in the room at the back of the mine, waiting for some help from Fandolin. I'm grateful for your assistance.
You're welcome. I am glad you're alive. But now, you will come with us, back to Fandolin.
I should probably go to the miners' exchange, report what's happened up at the mine.
Stay there, we will find a cure for our affliction, and when we come back to Fandolin, the three of us will get cured. Is there anyone you trust in Fandolin?
I'll look for some of my friends that frequent the miners' exchange. Perhaps Halia can give me a favour and get me back on my feet again.
Let whoever you trust with your life know that you have been bitten by a were-rat, and be very careful, because when the full moon rises, we will lose control, and we will attack everyone, including our loved ones. Keep that in mind.
Well, the next full moon's not that far away.
No.
But a week.
We'll be back in time, don't worry. Now sit down, have some sausages.
Aye, sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
After a few minutes, you hear some footsteps coming down the windmill. Top of the morning to you. Oh, Shrew, what have you done?
Nothing, just...
Is that part of your curse?
No. Just a bit hot with all this hair getting in my face. I thought I'd need a little shave.
Oh, I'm gonna miss those red locks of yours.
Well, still got my moustache.
Aye. Look at you, up early and making breakfast for us all.
Yes, it's the least I could do for your kind hospitality.
So you guys have breakfast and chat a little bit amongst yourselves about what your plans are for the coming day. Obviously you need to head back to Fandolin, which is a couple of hours away. About an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. So with your bellies now full, and after a good night's rest, what are Shrubberies doing?
Well, we are gathering our things, laying them in the cart. I'm taking most of the meat back that Adabra didn't want, also loading them up to the cart. And then we want to head off. I want to stop by where I told Surtas I was going to leave the meat, and then carry on back to Fandolin.
So Shrubberies make their way to where you told Surtas you'd leave the meat, and you leave the rest of those supplies that you'd brought up for Adabra in the spot you'd agreed with Surtas. And you start making your way back down to Fandolin. As you're walking down, you're now on the outskirts of town. Bernie turns to you. Here, thank you kindly, Shrew. Fabian, Fenna. Perhaps I could ask one more small favour of you. Would you be able to accompany me to the miners' exchange? It's better that Halia hears from you exactly what happened in the mines than from me. She's the owner and manager of the miners' exchange. You know, it's where us miners and prospectors come to have our valuables weighed, sold for cash, and also where we rent horses. They also keep a ledger of who has the rights to different mines and different tombs in the area.
Yes, of course. If I remember, she wanted to see us anyway, so of course we'll accompany you there.
So you guys are in town now, and you're heading over to the miners' exchange, or are you going somewhere first?
Yeah, we'll stop at the miners' exchange first, drop off Bernie and see what Halia wants.
So you find yourself now at the door to this miners' exchange. See that it's a rather long but narrow building, made of reclaimed stone from the old ruins of Fandolin and, bits of lumber. It looks like it's been recently built, as do all the buildings in this town. You make your way in and you find yourself in what looks like a decent-sized reception area. You see that there's a couple of people having their finds weighed out at the counter. You see that one of the people weighing out the ore and gemstones that these prospectors have brought is a rather tall-looking human male with short, dark hair and a bushy beard. You see that he's wearing these maroon-coloured tunic with this green cloak. And you see that at his side, he carries a curved blade, like a scimitar. Other than the fact that it's more ornate than a regular blade, it doesn't really jump out at you. You've noticed that most people carry their arms in Fandolin. And on the other side of the counter, you see sat down on a chair in the corner with a hood over his head, keeping to himself, You catch a glimpse of his ears from under his cloak. This looks like an elf to you. But then your eyes turn to this woman with dark brown hair, wrapped up tightly in a neat braid. You can see that she's wearing this fine leather armor, and she's got like a hood that's not up and over her head. It's resting on her shoulders. You can see that she's got these exquisite green eyes as well. And you can see that she's standing there with a sense of authority. This would appear to be Halia.
Oh my! That is no dirty miner. I may have to pay the Shrine of Luck a visit this afternoon. Although you look a little odd. Shrew, is it, darling? Please, do come in.
Why, yes, of course. And I walk into the room.
She leans over the counter.
My name is Halia Thornton, darling.
And she offers her right hand to you.
I grab her right hand with my right hand and kind of shake it up and down.
Oh, well, not a knight.
Sorry, no, I'm a druid.
A businessman, I'd warrant.
No, a druid.
Oh, a druid. Well, my name's Halia Thornton, and I'm the owner of the Phandalins Miners Exchange.
You notice that Fabian takes her hand, gives it a gentle kiss.
Oh, at least there's a gentleman here.
Well, he's not that gentle. You should see what he does with orcs.
I've heard.
Have you?
Yes, and I must say I'm rather insulted, darling, to hear of this grand halfling with these luscious red locks running errands for that old fool Harbin, and yet you'd not come by to pay me a visit yet.
You sort of see her look away playfully with a pout.
Well, now, no need to get jealous. We just didn't know that you were here. The first time we heard of you was yesterday.
Oh, that can't be very good, can it? I'd heard you'd escorted Don John up the mountain Toes mine to sort out the trouble there. The Miners' Exchange thanks you for your kind assistance in clearing out the rabble there, darling, and for giving us some respite from that voice.
If respite from the voice is what you're after, you'll be glad to know that you won't be hearing it ever again.
What on earth do you mean?
Poor Don John perished in the mountains. He lays there now, with the other miners, except Bernie here.
Well, that is most unfortunate, darling.
Yes.
We will pay our respects to Don John. So pray tell me, how did Don John perish? He always has these stories of grandeur.
Yes, he fought a valiant fight till the end, but unfortunately he lost his life to a band of were-rats.
What? Shh, quiet down.
You see that she reaches over the counter and grabs your arm, pulls you closer towards her.
Those look fresh. When were you bitten?
The day before yesterday.
We should talk in private, darling. With your friends, of course.
Okay, yes, of course.
She beckons the four of you to come through the counter.
Actually, Bernie, darling, why don't you go to the tavern and have a drink? On me, of course.
She tosses a coin to him.
I let Fenna and Fabian go on through first and follow them.
Oh, Dark will be a dear. Please, close up. We're closed.
And you see the human with the short dark hair and beard sort of usher out the few people that were still there and closes up.
You said his name was Duck?
Darkul.
Oh.
And she leads you back into an office behind the counter where you've been.
It's a nice place you have here, very.
Why, yes, of course. Thank you.
You make good coin here, right?
It's good enough coin. But going back to that curse of yours, my friend, you would do well to seek out Sister Garelle. She's the only person I can think of from here to Neverwinter that can cure you of this terrible affliction. Unfortunately for you, I happen to know where she is.
Really?
Oh, yes. She was travelling on the Orca.
A whale?
No, a ship.
Oh.
My little birds tell me that this ship was brought down by the lighthouse.
Yes, we fought as much ourselves.
Well, I hear she's being held captive.
By orcs, no doubt.
Oh, by a half-orc.
Even worse.
An anchorite of Talos. He goes by the name of Moesco.
Mo?
He's the one who's been bringing ships down on the coast.
Hmm.
As the anchorites continue to grow in strength, they never went to wood. And if you so happen to, make your way down to the lighthouse, perhaps you could do me a little favour. I'll pay you, of course. I had a delivery bound on that ship. So if you happen to find a spellbook and a wand of secrets, I'll pay you 100 gold for the return. Who knows, you and I might develop
a lucrative relationship. I have many contacts in the region, and well, you would do well to take more care. Although your new haircut might help you in that regard.
What do you mean, more care?
And she opens a drawer from her desk and places this almost childish drawing of what looks like a little boy with curly red hair and a mustache. And she says, it says wanted on it in Orcish.
Does it have a price?
It just says wanted.
Can I have it?
Oh, yes, you may take that.
Grab it and stash it in my haversack.
Now, would you mind if I ask you a question, darling?
Go ahead.
Has Harbin ever provided you with any help? Or has he only made demands and requests and had you running all over the place as one of his errand boys?
Well, what do you think?
Well, I think Phandalin needs a strong leader. One who's not afraid to take action. Here we are with no militia.
No.
No defense. No real actions to keep the town safe.
At all.
And we have this band of heroes. And they're just gallivanting the land, carrying messages. I think you'd be better served. You should be fighting that dragon.
Well, yes, that's the intent. That's the intent, of course.
But you shouldn't be doing it alone. Perhaps I can help.
You know how to fight.
Well, yes, but don't be ludicrous, darling. I wouldn't be caught dead fighting a dragon. But perhaps I can make some arrangements so that you've got some assistance with you.
I'm listening.
Well, the dragon doesn't seem to be overly excited about the town yet. It appears to have kept mainly to the farmlands and the surrounding areas of the Sword Mountains. And I mean, what does Harbin really know of running a town?
Not much, apparently.
No, he's just a banker.
A banker?
Yeah, he just has the money. But you need the money, which I have, and the connections.
Which you also have, I gather.
Oh, of course, darling. But the fool does have a good point about using Axholm. With that dragon out there, it would be wise, I hate to say, to perhaps take refuge there. Certainly easier to defend than this open town. But perhaps we can help you there. I could have one of my boys run along and check it out. I know where it lies. Once you make your way down to the lighthouse. So what do you say, darling? Would you be a dear and get me that spellbook and wand if you happen to be down by the lighthouse?
Well, I got a question for you, darling.
Oh, of course.
What are you after? What is your intent for this town? But I don't want any bullshit. I want the truth.
Well, if you haven't already picked up, Harbin's no use. As I said, Phandalin needs a strong leader. You know, that fool was walking around like he was invisible not long ago, wearing some sort of silly hat.
Yes.
But he has got a little bolder of late, since those Neverwinter guards showed up.
Bit too rash.
But Neverwinter, I suspect, will have their attention closer to home, after that dreadful fire consumed Falcon's Lodge.
Do you know anything of Falcon?
No, there's been no word of him.
That's very unfortunate.
I suspect it won't be long before Harbin decides to run off to Neverwinter on a business trip. She does these air quotes. You know, to run from the dragon and the orcs, rather than stand with the town.
If there's anything the Westers do well is hide and run.
Of course. And perhaps when he returns, there's a new town master in place. Why, moi, of course.
Yes, but you still haven't told me your intent. That's your plan. That's what you want.
My intent is to be the town master of Phandalin.
To what end?
Well, to rebuild it, to have proper militia, and to have the town ready to fend off any attack and not just be, going on with business as normal as if nothing was happening and just putting these ridiculous quests on a board, putting to waste such fine heroes such as yourself. She looks Fabian up and down and gives him a wink. Fabian is completely infatuated at the moment with her.
Fabian, your jaw is hitting the floor.
Sorry.
And what are the people?
What are the people?
Are you to care for them? Are you to treat them well and defend them when they need to be defended and help them and not turn your back on them like Harbin did?
Oh, I've just said that, haven't I?
I don't know.
Oh, you dear. Perhaps some of those locks you've shaved off have wedged in your ear.
It just sounds to me like you're after more money. And you don't really have the...
Well, I have plenty of money. Plenty of coin.
Power, then, perhaps. But I don't know if your intentions are true and you'll just be another burden to this town.
Oh, I guarantee I will not be another Harbin Wester.
Perhaps you'll be something worse.
Well, you can ask the miners and the prospectors what they think of me, and whether I pay them fairly or not.
Why didn't you seek me out earlier?
Well, I heard about you properly when Dazzler and Norbus were here, telling these tales of this tomb that they had found with you and the adventures they'd had with this halfling. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a little gift. You see her get up and she walks over to her chest. She comes back and she gives you this small green cap that's got a red feather sticking out of it with a cream band. Consider this a gift and a token of our new friendship. This hat will help you, or your friend there, I've noticed those bites as well, blend in a little with the crowd, should you not be able to find Sister Garelle in time. And she hands over a hat of disguise.
Nice.
With this hat you can be anyone you want to be, anytime you want.
Well, thank you. I reach out for the hat. Give it to Fenna. Fenna, here, perhaps you could use this, as she says, if you are unable to reach Sister Garelle in time.
Oh, thank you, Halia.
We are going to search for her, and we'll keep an eye out for your wand and your book, and we shall be back. Are you sending your scout alone to investigate Axel?
Don't worry about Axel. I'll make sure somebody scouts away ahead for you.
What if you approached Harbin yourself and told him that you are going to investigate Axel before sending the town that way? Do you approve of this?
Well, Harbin's a bit of a fool, isn't he? Knowing him, he's probably cowering behind his desk with a locked door. Those guards stood there and probably just waiting for you to come back and tell him everything's safe and dandy for him to move the town there. And I suspect that is when he will have this urgent matter that he has to attend to in Neverwinter.
I hope you're wrong, but somehow I think you'll be right. I stand up. Anyway, thanks for the hat, and it's nice to have met you. We are going to be on our way. We don't want to delay anymore and risk turning into were-rats for good.
That would be wise.
Mm-hmm.
Have a pleasant day, Shrew.
One more thing. Could you keep tabs on Bernie? If he does turn into a were-rat, I would...
He's been bitten too.
Yes. I would need him to be taken care of. And I don't mean that as, I just mean, like...
Don't worry.
Don't let him attack anyone.
We'll keep him safe. He's one of our own, after all.
Yes. And we'll be back with Sister Garelle and the cure to cure him. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Fantastic. It's been my pleasure to meet Shrew Shrubberies, finally. But before you go, I almost forgot. Information can be just as valuable as any treasure. If you happen to find any interesting documents along your travel, I'd pay handsomely for them.
What sort of documents?
Just any sort of documents. Maps, letters, anything you happen to find.
Very well. Keep that in mind. And I carry on out of the room and out of the miners' exchange.
And with that, I take it you're heading over to Barthen's to return William.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you guys make your way to Barthen's. You go through the formalities of handing William back. You tell him that you've looked after him well. William looks happy and well fed. And having done that, what is it that Shrew Shrubberies are going to do?
We are well rested. We are well stocked. But first I want to go and pay a visit. The Lion Shield Costa.
Okay, so you find yourself outside the front door of this modest trading post. The one with a sign shaped like a wooden shield with a blue line painted on it.
I try and walk in.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
I am here seeking for a staff.
I'm sure we've got something that would interest you.
Well?
And Linen provides you with a couple of quarterstaffs in an array of different styles. Some look more natural, like elongated branches that have been carved and shaped. Others look more battle ready, with bindings and small metal tips on the ends. What catches your eye then?
Is this the best you've got? I recall you had a good stock.
Oh, we had a good sword.
You don't carry good staves, do you?
Well, the shipments coming in from Yata to the east haven't been as regular as they have been. Just let me check. Narish, when's the next shipment coming in? Next week it's here.
Next week?
You come next week, yes.
Well, I might not be alive next week. I need it now.
Well, maybe... What day is it today? Maybe in 3 days. New shipment comes in.
Forget it. What do you have here then? What are these? Give me the best thing you've got.
Well, these are just standard
Damn it.
staves.
How much?
Just 2 silver pieces.
Pitiful. Well, it'll have to do. I hand over the 2 silver pieces and take the one that looks more natural.
Okay. So yeah, you can add a quarterstaff back to your inventory, having destroyed the last one.
I consider showing off our spoils from the tomb, but I pass. Well, it's unfortunate that you don't stock better items. I've fought high out this shop. But anyway, have a good day.
You too.
And I leave.
As you're leaving the shop, you hear Narish's voice shouting through the shop. Do you want me to put your name on a list for when the good stuff's coming?
No, don't worry. I'll just walk up the road and see if I can find another shop.
We can put you on the waiting list. There's no other shops here.
Well, I'll look around. Don't worry.
Very well. You come back next week. We'll have a quality stuff for you.
I just carry on out of the shop.
Okay, so where Shrew's shrubbery is going off to then?
We're going to set forth towards the lighthouse in search of Sister Garelle.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask, are you following the trail or are you going to cut through the wilderness to the coast?
Well, after being told by the orc that we are wanted, and after seeing the actual poster, I think I'm going to stick to the wilds.
So you set off on your journey on foot. You leave the trail behind you as you start heading towards the coastline. You start taking in this breathtaking scenery around you. These rolling hills just outside of Phandalin, which you can see for miles in every direction. The air is crisp and clean. You feel a sense of anticipation and renewed confidence in your step as you set off on a new adventure. And that's where we're going to call it session for tonight.
Next episode I'll get to the lighthouse, I imagine.
Yeah, unless there's a slight detour or...
I'm ambushed.
Oh, you're here. That's a very real possibility.
Let's see what the journey...
You are a wanted man.
Yeah, we even had a poster. I wish there was some gold on that poster, how much we were worth, But hey, I've got a poster. I'm famous.
Yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that episode and that you'll join us again next week as we continue on our adventures. And as always, don't forget to visit our website, www.i2td.com. We've got a blog now as well, don't you know?
Don't you know? Check it out. Got some stuff there.
Yeah, we've also got our shop on Buy Me a Coffee.
That's right, where you can aid us in our adventure by donating some items to us, or join one of our memberships, and you'll get an extra episode where we go over the episode of the week that would come out tomorrow. Also, if you're liking this podcast, please consider leaving a comment and ratings on your podcast player of choice. It helps us a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And if you're one of the ones that's listening on YouTube, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe.
Smash.
And that little bell icon as well.
Ding.
So you never miss an episode.
That's right.
And now we're going to roll an ad from our new friends from Down Under.
Yeah.
Not the rescuers.
Maybe they do rescue. It's the second week running. We love them so much.
So we're going to roll their ad now. Don't forget to check out their website and their blog. Links are in the description of this episode.
Hey cool people, do you like mead, magic, and long walks in the icy tundra? Ever wonder what your sled dogs are thinking about? Why not cap off your night with a frosty tabletop adventure?
You're my mum. You made me out of meat. Meat mother.
What have I done?
Is your grandma dying of leg? I'm sorry, I have to ask.
But it's actually because I bought some boxer shorts from Targets recently, and they forgot to remove the security clip!
In bust we must.
In bust we must, indeed. Onward. Excuse me, young man.
Careful, I've got a cut bum. Wait, do you have a missing ring finger?
No, I got yours now.
That makes sense.
No.
Fuck this, I'm having a Kingston. I'm getting all sweaty and I need a Kingston.
She is desperate to keep her realm, and she will fight any that would take that away.
Well, grab your Ugg boots and join Reflex Save every Wednesday on your favorite podcast platform.
And that was Reflex Save, the podcast. And that brings us on now to the end of the episode club.
The last one standing.
You know the drill by now. This is episode 32. If you don't, as I keep saying, go back. You're missing out. We're going to give you a password. You're going to insert into a witty comment or phrase.
And today's password, if you'd be so kind to tell us, Nick.
A close shave.
A close shave. Love it. Yeah. So make sure to insert that in the comments, and we'll keep an eye out for them.
For sure. And without any further ado, we bid you farewell and hope you join us next week as we delve into the dungeon. Oh my! That is no dirty miner. I may have to pay the Shrine of Luck a visit this afternoon. Although you look a little odd. Shrew, is it, darling? Please, do come in.
Oh, I've already come.